Y'all tuned in to The Real Deal with Calliope Chill. Hit the subscribe button. Press like if you like. Press dislike if you dislike. But these is all facts. Yeah, we're going to talk about the city of New Orleans as a whole. The city got great culture, real good people, got bad people. That's all over America. See, I'm going to go back way when the French first landed in New Orleans. Yeah, they had a crew of French head busters. Yeah, that's where I believe all that head busting stuff come from. Because they had just spilled a lot of blood in the city. But it was numb to us. Like, we had great times, especially, in the project in Calliope by me. Everybody assuming, I guess, that we walked around with mean mugs on our face, guns on our hip like cowboys. But no, Calliope is a family. It is a family as a whole. Yeah, you may have some that may not feel like it was in a family, but we looked out for the community. Even though it was kind of like a rob Peter to pay Paul, because like I'm gonna sell drugs to your daddy, but I'm gonna use that drug money to throw a splash or a pool party. Like, that's not normal. Those sick behaviors, those learned behaviors. So every Sunday in New Orleans is an event, a big event, Second Line Sunday. Everybody around the city got their own division. You got the Calliope High Steppers, 6-wall side steppers, the jet setters. You got the lady buck jumpers. You got the men buck jumpers out to 17. And that's every Sunday. Every Sunday. You got almost, they got to be almost 3,000, 4,000 people out there at that time. And this is every Sunday. So imagine, the tension, the fun that we was having out there. But in the back of everybody's mind, they know that it can get crazy at any time. And even if somebody just hit a stop sign, dancing to the beat, hit the stop sign, it sound like a gunshot. Everybody drawing their guns, everybody running. Because one thing about New Orleans, man, I ain't lying. When you see one person running, everybody take out running. I don't care if a firecracker go off. Everybody gonna take out running, and it's gonna be pure chaos. But not with the shooting and things like that. The shooting surrounding the second line is just, like I say, everybody out there. So you're almost likely to walk into your beef or someone who you're getting it on with, and down and in the city is like you so trained to go to whereas you don't care who out there. I'm gonna try to get this guy out the way who's trying to take my life too, So it'll pop off at any time. But we always had a motto like, always look, don't drink too much, don't smoke too much. Because you got people out there, they're selling food, clothes, face towels, whatever kind of product they got. They come out to the second line and that's what good. Dudes pulling ice chests, with nothing but cold beer, cold drinks. And yeah, man, Second Line Sunday, a big event. That's why you always see people from New Orleans, we always partying, because that's been injected to us, the party, Even after a funeral, you can be in a funeral crying, heartbroken, toe down. But when you come out there and that second line crank up, you forget about all the pain. Yep, that's just our culture down there in New Orleans, man. Down here in New Orleans. It's a beautiful culture. It's a beautiful culture. Like with the violence, those things are like learned behavior. I can remember Big Freedia. Shout out to Big Freedia, man. Yep, Big Freedia used to always rock the bike because he might have a DJ right after the second line somewhere where people still lingering, having fun, drinking, and things like that. And Freedia used to rock the mic. Freedia used to get on the mic. I'm talking about have everybody and their mammy dancing out there. Everybody, all the females bent over. Some boys too. That's just the culture of New Orleans. And Yep. So Frida had been in real form, just needed the platform, a blessing from God or whatever to get that national attention because people had been stealing our own music and our culture for decades. If you can go back, you'll hear our music and a lot of people's stuff. We got a rich culture. So Big Frida, like I said, she used to come in the project, one arm is pay up. And she used to do her thing, I'm talking about wherever she went, the crowd coming. That's just the kind of impact she had on our culture dealing with the music. And not to even get on the negative stuff, but my first cousin used to date Big Frida mom. God rest her soul. Yeah, so I always knew Frida. I always knew her, yeah. Rest in peace to my cousin Slim, man. Yeah, Sonny Boy, we call it. So I already knew Freddie, Frida like that. Always been a cool person. Always been cool. That's why she was able to go all over the city, grab that mic, and tear it up. You heard me? Yeah, that was her thing. But let me tell you how crazy it is. I was on a violation, and I was on a federal violation, and at that time, the system, messing with Frida and things like that. So she wind up, Frida had then made it. Had a big house, brought her mama, family houses and stuff, but still had the voucher. Not that she was on no slime stuff, but you on 100th floor now. You forgot about the voucher, and it was just unfortunate she went through that. But I'm in a halfway house at this time. Who busts through the door? Big Frida, the eater. So Frida she real particular about cleanliness. What they call it COD, like something like that, where you don't like dirt that much. So Frida coming up as time passed, she got 2 bottles of Lysol. I'm talking about smothering us in there, spraying the Lysol everywhere. And just out the blue, man, I just went to beating on the wall saying, okay now, we got Big Frida in the house. Yes, Lord. I'm hitting on the wall. True story, all facts. Doggy Daxter. I hit on the wall and say, okay, Big Frida in the house. Big Frida remix. She's the Josephine Queen of Josephine. She's the Lysol Queen of Josephine. She's the Lysol Queen. Man, Frida dropped the can, grabbed the wall, man. I'm talking about it was like a whole concert now, man. But yeah, unfortunately, that was a fortunate situation, but she wound up getting through it. I mean, she had no problems or nothing like that. Actually, I used to get a ride from Frida to the project. Sometimes I didn't have a ride to get back there in the project. Yup, Big Frida used to take me out there and things, man. Shout out to Big Frida, man. But yeah, New Orleans has a rich culture, man. Like I said, man, we got all kind of musicians, actors, actresses. Yeah, it's just a rich culture. And it's a beautiful in New Orleans. I mean, the Mardi Gras. I mean, we have all kind of events. We host the Super Bowl a lot, so that tell you that. It's just that the violence overrides some things sometimes, and it become a problem economically. But when you got a sick mind, you're not thinking that far. You know what I mean? Like, the tourist is the reason the money flow. But if you don't have any tourists coming in, then the money start flowing, and you become wounded, and you're not eating as much. Things not coming your way. So a lot of people don't understand that, man. But yeah, when violence and a good time don't mix, man, it take away from you economically. Yeah. So New Orleans is a beautiful city. I hope you all visit it one day. Support the city. We sick right now with the violence and things like that. But you can miss that. Everybody don't run across it. And I pray that nobody ever run across it. But I just wanted to give y'all a little about the culture and talk about Big Frida. You know what I'm saying? Not no clout chasing, but that's my people, man. Shout out Big Frida. Big Frida. You understand? Yeah, she's the Lysol Queen of Josephine. Yep, I made that little beat up for her that day, man. Frida grabbed the wall because she liked dancing. She liked doing her thing. Yeah, man, I just wanted to touch in with y'all on that. Not y'all don't see the violence all the time. It was all about violence, But no, I got great stories about my city that treated me well. I'm out, man. Calliope in the building. Like I say, hit the subscribe button. Press like if you like. Press dislike if you dislike. but it's all facts. And if you want to support the movement, hit me on my Cash App at Dwayne Shelley S3. Yeah, we're gonna do this thing, give our story about the culture and the way New Orleans really is and how lovable it is. Cali on the building, man.
How many of y'all got some type of fucking liquor in your system? So y'all know my next song then, right? Yeah. I got that gin in my system. Hold on, DJs. There's too many people in here for that not to be more powerful than what it was. For y'all that don't know what they said somebody gonna be my victim. That's y'all line. I'ma say I got that gin in my system, and y'all gonna say somebody gonna be my victim. How many of y'all looking for y'all a victim while y'all in New Orleans? Girl down. I got that gin in my system. 5, 4, 3, 2.